Y'all. Hello, successionaires, and welcome to the TV and conference call show, The Road to Success. I'm your host, Professor William Murray, and I'm also the president of the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, which is an institute for entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs. We build millionaire mindsets, lifestyles, and businesses. We take you from idea to implementation to beyond. The show The Road to Success is all about you. It's here for you. You know, we had some fun this evening because the name of this evening's show is God Has a Sense of Humor, which is fact, and I'm going to show you where God has a sense of humor. You know, we can talk about any and everything you want to talk about, but I'm going to have a little bit of fun this evening because me and God going to laugh. And I got my co-host. My co-host is coming right now. And here comes my co-host. Baby, she can't take that. It's going to be bring it.
We'll go with you?
No, get at the Grammy. Here. Come on, co-host. I want y'all to see my co-host this evening. Tell everybody hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is my co-host. It's my great grandbaby. This is Brooklyn. So y'all see my co-host this evening. We're gonna have a little fun, right? You with G Papa?
Yes, we're gonna go to the light.
Yeah, we're going to the lights tomorrow. You're right.
That's her.
No, oh, you know what? Good thing.
That's you.
Yeah, that's me. You're right, man. Wow. Let's see if we can't find you. Let's see if we can't find you. Watch this. You're gonna be on there too. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. There you are. Wait a minute. Move. Wait a minute.
That's me and Grayson.
Wait. Stop. Yep, that is you and Grayson. Okay. You know, as y'all can tell, she's excited. See, there you are. And there's your John. There's your Uncle John. I see I have Tanika. She's on already. John King is on already. Maggie's here already. Ava's here already. And Brooklyn say, I'm here. Look at you. Tell them, say, I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay. We're having fun this evening, y'all. It's all about having fun. And when you want to chime in, just chime in. Like I said, this evening show title is God Has a Sense of Humor. And in fact, he does. God does have a sense of humor.
Why have two peers in that peer?
Yeah, but see, I'm using, she's looking at all my screens, y'all. I got all these screens set up. And she's pointing all my different screens. Hello, Julie Beth. You know, for those of you that don't know, that saw my flyer.
So you can't say now?
Yeah, see, that's my mic. So for those of you who don't know, y'all saw my flyer. That beautiful, beautiful baby is my other great granddaughter. She's about 18 months now. And that picture you saw, she was a little under a year. And Julie Beth says, hi, Papa. How you doing, Julie Beth? And they're in New York, upper New York, in what's called Black River, New York. So, and I'm here with my great grandbaby, Brooklyn, my co-host. She's been chomping at the bit to come out here with me while I was doing my show. So I told her, yeah, you can be my co-host. Because God does have a sense of humor, right? Say yes, you got to talk.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're gonna have some fun this evening, y'all. This is one of those fun shows. I'm not gonna be doing nothing serious unless you get serious. Now we're not gonna talk religion. Yeah. Hello, Sonny Murray. There's my niece in West Virginia. But God does have a sense of humor. Oh, I have Yvonne on. I have a Glenn on. Well, I got all these people coming on. I'm glad to see y'all on. Y'all, let's get into the show. When I tell you, God has a sense of humor. Now, I prepared a little bit of something to start off with, talking about God's sense of humor. You know, my precious love here. Hello, Jenny. My precious love here, Brooklyn. And like I said, the beautiful picture you saw on the flyer is my great grandbaby. That's the youngest, and she's in Black River, New York.
This is yours.
And she's named after my wife, her grandmother, Ava. So her name is Ava, and she is just as. Now you talking about a sense of humor, somebody to make you laugh, and this one here too. She makes us laugh, don't you, baby? You make us laugh? Yes, you do. And she's energetic. Lord have mercy. That Jersey girl got more energy. Now, one thing that about God's sense of humor. What's you want to go to Grandma?
Well, I'm seeing something.
Baby, here she come. Keep her in there, baby. Keep her in there. What's the first thing that a baby will do? And it's amazing. One of the first thing a baby does is laugh. And it's something that's natural. Because there is no greater joy than the laughter of a child. See, God has a sense of humor. Because, you know, God and babies be talking long before we talk to them. And they have a sense of humor. God has a sense of humor. Now, I'm going to show you where God has a sense of humor when it comes to a baby. The greatest joy of all is a child. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. A baby. That's why I say you can't help but love a child, love a baby. You know, oh, they're so cute, they're so pretty, goo, 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 goo. And you feed them, and all of a sudden you talk to them, you kiss them, you hug them, and all that stuff. And God's sense of humor comes in where everybody wants to hold a baby. Everybody wants to just touch and cuddle a baby, right? You know where God's sense of humor come in? When you have to change their diaper. Ooh-wee! Tell me God don't have a sense of humor. All that love that you're giving that baby, and that baby's giving you, and y'all fuss and fight about who will change the diaper. No, I changed it last. It's your turn. Because when they poop, Lord have mercy, there's God's sense of humor. You talking about an odor that is not pleasant. All that baby's nothing but pure love. But when they poop, baby, that's God's sense of humor. That is God's sense of humor. And I remember, you know, and I've been always one that I didn't mind changing the diaper. It didn't bother me a bit. Not one bit. It didn't bother me a bit to change the diaper. Feed them. I did it all. I did it all. Julie Beth said, Brooklyn made a funny face. Yeah. And they said, Brooklyn you are so beautiful. And they're speaking to me, call me G Papa or Papa. Because, you know, I got all these grandbabies. I got 4 of them now. I got 4 of them. If you want to come on, all you got to do is type in the feed. I'm going to read your feed. Or if you're on live, just come in and give us part of what you think God has a sense of humor. Because, you know, God created everything. And I'm going to show you where God has a sense of humor. Because the universe is made of protons. neutrons, and morons. So, and all of us knows at least one moron. Well, you know anything about protons and neutrons? Now, it's so easy to make a woman happy, y'all. It is so easy. Now, I'm gonna give y'all a little something that where you can keep your lady happy. Oh, and always, y'all. I'm sorry. And as always, you know the God in me greets and blesses the God in you. I was so excited about my great grandbaby. I forgot to go through all my opening spiel, but that's okay. Gentlemen, I'm talking to you now. You want to make your lady feel special? Place her photo in the kitchen and write employee of the month. God has a sense of humor. I just hope your wife does. Or your lady. Because she might not find that humorous, but me, it's very humorous to me. And that's right. Just put it on a placard or something. Employee of the month. And hang it in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the hallway, somewhere. God has a sense of humor. And like I said, you better hope your wife does. You better hope your wife does. Else you might need your diaper changed when she finished with you. And for you like me, for the people out there who, I've got two hobbies that I love. Tennis and fishing. And ladies, something you got to understand. What is it you're confused about, Jennifer? You said what? You can write in there and let me know what it is. For you fishermen out there, I'm going to tell you right now, for all you fishermen and ladies out there, men who like to go fishing and the mates don't care and they won't know why you out there all day. I'm going to tell you something right now. Twice a day, fish bite twice a day. Before you get there and after you leave. God has a sense of humor. Yes, God has a sense. So you fishermen out there, the fish, they bite before you get there and after you leave. Because I've sit out there many times all day and not caught a thing. But I just love the peace and tranquility. God has a sense of humor. Here's another thing, that I happen, me and my third eye, my third ear. And I'm showing you God's sense of humor. And he has a tremendous sense of humor. God said there are men, there are good men, and there are good women on every corner of the earth. Now think about that. God said there are good men and good women on the corner of the earth. Every corner of the earth. But let me show you God's sense of humor. Then he made the world round. Hey, that's God's sense of humor. He told you there's a good man, a good woman in every corner of the earth. And then he made the world round. Hey, that's God's sense of humor. Here's one. Let me give you another sense of God's sense of humor. Here is all you have to know about men and women. Women are crazy. No doubt about it. Don't get mad, women. But women are crazy. Men are stupid. And the main reason women are crazy is that men are stupid. That's God's sense of humor. The main reason women are crazy is because men are so stupid. But that's God's sense of humor. Now, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to read you this one. Let me give you this one. Man was talking with God and asked God, "Did you create the heaven and the earth?" And God replied, "Yes, I did." Man, you too created the mountains, the land, and the valleys. God, yes, I did. Man, God, you also created the oceans and all that exists in them. God, yes, I did. Man, God, what do you consider one of the greatest creations? God said, man, even with its flaws. And then man said, but what about woman? God replied, my greatest creation. Man, but why did you make them so beautiful? God, so you would love them and cherish them. Man, but God, why did you make them so dumb? God laughed and looked at the man and said, so they would love you. See, God's got a sense of humor. That's what they say, Tanika. Women are from Venus and men from Mars. But God has a sense of humor. Why did he make women so beautiful and so dumb? Because that's God said that's the only way that they can love you, man. See, God has a sense of humor. Let me show you how God makes man have a sense of humor and do things that's humorous. I want y'all to tell me this. Why is pizza round, put in a square box, but cut in a triangle? God has a sense of humor. You got pieces of round, boxes of square, and the pieces of triangle. God has a sense of humor. So here's something. Here's another one. See, while you're angry and ticked off and disliking and got that attitude, somewhere, someone is thinking of you and smiling. God has a sense of humor. You know, I love to sit in peace and quiet and tranquility and just think about my past life enjoyment of people. And y'all, I have had many, 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 many people in my life. And I love, and I'm so positive minded that I really can't hardly remember none of the negative things that happened. I don't. And that's a blessing that's on me. And God has a sense of humor. Someone is thinking of you and smiling. And I often think of my past friends, lovers, and everything, and how I love them. And I smile. So you don't never know. Someone is thinking of you and smiling. God has a sense of humor. Oh, it just went off. In your life, somebody tell me, where is it God to you that God has showed you a sense of humor? I'm gonna tell you another because I've got grandbabies, y'all. My oldest he just turned 6 last week. My oldest, my great grandson turned 6, so I got 4. 18-month-old, 2 3-year-olds, and a 6-year-old. Grandma comes home from church, out in the church at the meeting at the church, and comes into the house, and it's tore up. Everything is everywhere. Furniture turned over. Stuff broke. All of this, and she says, "Grandpa, have we been burglarized? What happened?" He says, "No, honey." Grandpa says, "Grandchildren came by." God has a sense of humor because every time my grandkids come over, when they leave, it looks like a tornado hit here. That's God's sense of humor. And Tanika said, for me, it's my children and grandchildren. That's right. It looked like a cyclone came through there. Your grandchildren or your children came by. Now, let me show you another. And I love this one. People born in the 50s has lived 8 decades, 2 millenniums. We had the best music, fastest cars. We had drive-in theaters, soda fountains, happy days, and we are not yet that old. We are just that cool. God has a sense of humor. You're right, Jennifer, and God is a spirit. My God is a spirit. Because every time I look in the mirror, I see God. Because within me is my spirit of God. We are cool. Look at me. I'm so cool, I would freeze ice. That's how cool I am. I can freeze ice. I'm going to give you a sense of humor that I'm very serious about. And you got to follow your dreams, or you will spend the rest of your life working for someone who did. See, God has a sense of humor. See, God don't want you to put a period where she has put a comma. Don't put a period where God's put a comma. God has a sense of humor. You just got to realize it. And you got to laugh at it and with it. God has a sense of humor. Because in your life, you have 2. You know, I tell you about the power of 2. The power of 2. In your life, you have 2 choices. You become an entrepreneur or you work for one. Hello. I've been an entrepreneur for 45 years. The only one I've ever worked for in those 45 is me, my wife, and my family. God has a sense of humor.
Professor Murray?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Hear me?
I can hear you. But you're fading in and out.
Oh. Professor Murray?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay. Good evening, Successionaires. Good evening, Professor Murray. So I just wanted to add to the God has a sense of humor. I was just sitting here just thinking about, different scenarios. And one way I know God has a sense of humor is with your children. He puts those children in our lives, especially those challenging children, but children, period. And the sense of humor is we think they're raising them, we think we're raising them, but really those children are raising us, especially those more challenging children. They help us to sharpen our skills in adulthood. So that's definitely a sense of humor on God's part. We think we're doing something for them, but for real, while we're raising them, they're raising us.
No doubt, no doubt. And something too, I look at that because, like, you know, all of my interns are teenagers, all but one. And they got it. I have to go to them. And I told you about how my grandson, when he was 5, we were doing something on the computer. And he says, no, G-Papa, don't do it like that. You do it like this. And I'm looking, I says, wow, would you look at that? And he was so correct. 5. And told me, no, you don't do it like that. You do it like this. Like that joke says, where I can't, I got a problem on computer and I can't wake up my repairman until tomorrow when I wake him up to take him to kindergarten. And I look at,
a little child shall lead them.
That's right. They got it. You know, it's amazing. And if they don't know, it's our fault. Because we aren't taking the time to teach them, nor are we taking the time to listen to them. They teach you. And Jennifer, you are right. Thank you for inviting me. This was God-given. Much love, Mr. Murray. And then she says, children are the blessing. She just nailed it. Ava King is going to teach the whole world. That's my great grandbaby, Ava King. She's going to teach the world. That little girl at 7 months was walking. I'm talking about she was walking at 7 months. And she can talk now. And she is so smart at 18 months. She is, I ain't saying it because she's my grandbaby. But I've had enough children around me and enough children to know that she is an advancement over her age at 17, 18 months. You know, I met God. I saw this picture where this white guy had a shirt on that said, I met God. And she was black. God has a sense of humor. I told you, fact and truth are undefeated since the beginning of time. You got to laugh at it or with it. It is totally up to you. But God has a sense of humor. And God ain't through with you yet. I don't care how old you are, what you're doing, or whatever. God is not finished with you yet. That's why he wakes you up every day, because you have a purpose to fulfill for that day. Jennifer says, mark my words, she will skip kindergarten. She's talking about my great-grandbaby, Ava, who's named after my wife, Ava. Boy, my wife, they couldn't, the two greatest things they'd ever done was to give her a granddaughter and name her Ava. My wife is in her world with the fact that her grandbaby was named after her. Jenny says, not even 2 years old and smarter than the president. God has a sense of humor. See, you got to realize there is a lot of truth told in a joke. Look at the comedians, how they be telling the truth. They take life and make a joke out of it. And you laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh. Because the truth is really is more comical than a lie, than falseness. God has a sense of humor, and you got to realize that. And here's another one. See, I'm waiting on mine. Now I'm going to show you how much God has a sense of humor. I asked God, I said, God, what is 1,000,000 years to you? God said, a second. Then I asked God, well, what is $1 billion to you? God said, a penny. I laughed and asked God, hey, God, can I have a penny? God laughed, looked at me and laughed and says, yes, in a second. See, God's got a sense of humor. Did you get that? When you ask God, was it 1,000,000 years to you? God said a second. And I asked God, can I get $1 million? He told me, yeah, in a second. God has a sense of humor. See, a lot of y'all didn't get that. That's why I had to repeat it. See, once in a while, someone amazing comes along. And here I am. God has a sense of humor. Here be I. Here I is. God has a sense of humor. And the blessing to me is God gave me a sense of humor. You know, I got cussed out yesterday. This general got mad and cussed me out. I said, man, why are you showing disrespect to me like that? He said, F it. That's how I talk. I said, man, it ain't so, to me, it ain't so much what you say, is how you say what you say. I said, I've done nothing but showed you respect. I talked to you in a respectful moment. You know, I talked to you respectful. And you want to cuss me out. I said, man, it ain't what you say, it's how you say what you say. Now, people ain't paying no attention, and they looking at you like you crazy because you're showing me no respect. I'm twice your age and probably some. They respect me and they love me, but you don't know no better. And this is not you cussing me out when you're wrong. Even if I was wrong, it ain't what you say, it's how you say what you say. And thank God, I just laughed. It was comical to me because he was dumb, stupid. But I hope I put thought on him. Jennifer says, always takes me a minute. Okay, God, Jennifer, God. Oh, Jenny, I see you. You on it, baby. You on it, Jenny. Lines are open. Anybody out there got something they want to say to me? Lines are open. If you're online, go ahead and talk to me. As you see, I'm reading. Jenny's on it. Jenny's writing. Jenny is putting posts out there. So anybody else out there got something they want to say? If you want to go live, come on live. Let me do this. Let me give you a number that you can post on here. There you go. For those of you that are live, you can call in live if you want. So God haven't showed you none of his humor. See, here's one of the things that I love about me. Whenever I have a problem, I sing. Because I realize that my voice is a lot worse than my problem. Yo, I can't even whistle in tune. I can carry this whole house about a block further than I can carry a tune. And you know I ain't gonna carry no house. God has a sense of humor. I do sing. Whenever I think I'm down, I sing. And then I realize my voice is worse than my problem. Thank you, Jenny. She tells me you are on it tonight. Good show. Thank you, Jenny. You know, God wants you to laugh. I'm not talking religion, y'all. You know, I'm not religious. So I ain't talking religion when I say God. Because I told you, every time I look in the mirror, I see God. And it all depends on your belief as to how you take that. But you got to start looking at life and realize God is enough with a sense of humor. You'll enjoy life more. You'll get more out of it. and you go a lot further when you realize one of the best things you could ever do is laugh. Laugh. I saw this. I was watching. I was on Facebook the other day, and you know how sometimes they have some of the evening shows on. They showed what's the little guy comedian's name? The real short, small guy that's all over TV. Got all these movies and stuff out. Oh shoot! I don't believe I just forgot his name that quick. And I thought of his name. That's why I thought of him. Kevin Hart. Y'all, I laughed. I woke my wife up. I was laughing. I mean, I woke her up because I was laughing. He was on this one of these evening shows, and you know how they have pets and animals, and people in zoos bring their pets and animals. He is terrified of everything. They brought out a baby ostrich, and I tell you the truth, this is no lie. When that ostrich came out, Hussein Bolt couldn't have caught Kevin. Kevin jumped clean, and as far as distance, Kevin jumped halfway across that room. When they brought that ostrich out, Kevin Hart does not like pets, and he's scared of everything. Oh my God! And when they brought out these snakes, Lord, I thought he would have a conniption. And it was so comical watching him go through what he was going through. Oh, he says, look, I got something that I'm very adamant about. He said, I have no problem in saying and sticking to it. And that is no. He said no. So he told him, don't bring them around me. Oh, when they about the spider, oh my God. I thought y'all gotta watch. I don't know what show that was on. He was on that night, one of the midnight shows. And Kevin Hart, he had me dying that way. The thing he was saying, and how afraid he was of the snake, the ostrich, the spider. And they brought a snake up behind him. He told that guy, I thought he'd go knock the guy out. He said, man, don't do that. Man, I will fight you. I will fight you. I am not joking. This is serious. I will fight you. And it was comical the way he was doing it. And I felt so good behind watching that. It was about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but it was just so comical. And you know, he's a hell of a comedian anyway, Kevin Hart. But he was serious about about those animals. And I couldn't help but laugh. And I was laying in bed beside my wife, and all I could do was laugh. I needed that. Evidently, God said, look, you need this, man. Look at this. God has a sense of humor. What are you doing to see God's sense of humor? I'm going to take a break right here, y'all, so y'all can just think about it. I'll open the lines up in about another 2-3 minutes. I got to do this little bit of commercial space for the Millionaire Mastermind Institute, which I'm the president of, and tell y'all what I got going on. You know, we don't have, but today is the 17th. We got 14 days for the end of the year, 2 weeks before you got a brand new year, y'all. So January the 13th, I'm doing a class from 6 to 8:30 p.m. at Prince George's Community College titled From the Beginning Idea to Wealth. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. From the beginning idea to wealth. It's like I said, January 13th from 6 to 8:30 at Prince George's Community College, 301 Largo Road, Largo, Maryland. It's going to be in the technology building, y'all, on Lot H. Turn on Lot H, the building right there on your right, that big white building. Room 210. Now, here's something that's great about this class. If you live out of town or you can't get there, You can go to Zoom and order your ticket. You can be there live or on Zoom. You got to go to MMI12, MMI12, MMI12.eventbrite.com. MMI12.eventbrite.com and get your tickets. Now, parents or adults, anyone who buys a ticket, you can bring a teenager for free. Y'all know how I love teenagers. I love kids. And you got to start bringing them, letting them see you do things that you see, seminars, events, classes. Because I'll change their attitude. If you got a child that's a problem child, bring them to my class, and I think you'll see a change in them. They haven't had nobody give them reasons to think consequences, to see a future outside of basketball player, or I want to be a professional football player, or I want to be I want to be a rapper. Hey, y'all, show them more. Let them see how to do more. And that's what I teach. I teach the thought and the action process success. What I'm going to do this class is from the beginning of your idea. I'm going to help you put it together in writing, your idea. And then I'm going to show you what you need in order to build that idea, whether it's personal, spiritual, financial, or entrepreneurial. I'm going to take you down those steps, 2.5 hours. I'm going to educate you on business and life success. I'm going to give you the roadmap. I told you when I was off for all them months, I wouldn't sit idle. I was putting together these classes. And this class is going to take you from your idea to wealth. And anything between your idea and to build it into that wealth, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to explain to you, and I'm going to teach you as a 45-year entrepreneur and a brilliant educator. I'm going to show you how to build and grow a business of any kind, any sort. I'm going to show you how to build your life, even if you work for someone. I'm going to show you how to build your life and save money. And you ain't got to, and not lower down your style, not lower down your life any. But it's what you don't know that's hurting you. And I want to teach you that for which you don't know. MMI12.eventbrite.com. For any questions or info, call me here at the Institute. 240-619-2019. That's 240-619-2019. From the beginning idea to wealth. I mean, y'all, I got this broke down. I got this broke down for you. So when you finish and you take notes, you will have the roadmap to your success, to your millions, to your billions. And if you can't afford to spend $25 for $1 billion for information, it's not for you. This class ain't for everybody. Yes, I said $25. Y'all better take advantage of these. These are just my warm-ups when I'm going to hit the road traveling and start charging hundreds of dollars for what I'm giving you for $25 right now. You are my rehearsal class. I'm going to take you from idea to implementation to teaching you to build it into success and money. I'm going to teach you the roadmap to your bright future. If your life and your business idea is not worth 2.5 hours, you'll never make it in business, so don't waste your time. Keep that J-O-B, just old broke. But if you're interested in going further, I mean, see, it's so much I could teach you. And when I do this 8, 16, 24-hour class that's coming up, oh, you better be ready, But this one coming up January the 3rd, that's a Thursday. Thursday, January the 13th, 2020. Oh, that's 2022. I got 2021 on this flyer, and I just noticed that. I got to change that. That should be 2022, 6 to 8:30 p.m. I'll change that as soon as I get off here. 2022. Call me here at the Institute, 240-619-2019. Go ahead and order your tickets, y'all. You can be anywhere in the United States, Hawaii, anywhere, and tune into this show because I'm a Zoom it. MMI12.eventbrite.com. From your beginning idea to wealth. Oh, y'all, I'm laying this on you. I am laying this on you. Information and knowledge is power, but implementation is your superpower. Hear what I said? Information and knowledge is power. Implementation is your superpower. I'll see y'all January the 13th at Prince George Community College, 6 to 8:30 p.m. That's the Thursday evening. See you there. Get your tickets now, y'all. Don't drag your feet because when I get 25 people in class, that cuts it off. There it is. That's it. Don't be number 26 because you're going to be short. If you're going to be number 26, you are going to be short. See, God has a sense of humor. See, God is giving me these to give to you. He's giving me the knowledge that I have, and I want to teach it to you. God does have a sense of humor. Lines open, y'all. Somebody talk to me. So God hasn't been humorous to none of y'all nowhere in your life that you looked at and laughed. Lines are open. Because, every morning or every day when you wake up, God's laughing. You know why? Because the devil was waiting on you. And are you aware of the fact that every time you pray, the devil's listening too? God has a sense of humor. He knows you're going to go the right direction. See, every morning I wake up, the devil says, oh, shit, there he goes again. He's awake. Didn't get him again last night. God has a sense of humor. When is the last time, ask yourself this question, when is the last time you laughed? When is the last time you laughed? Hey, baby, Jenny said, I love you, Ava Murray. That's my wife, y'all, by the way. And Jenny is my niece-in-law. Oh, yeah, well, I'm claiming because I love her. She's just such a sweetheart. She is a true sweetheart. You better get your baby ways back again and laugh. Everybody wants to laugh. Nobody wants to cry. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Well, you better laugh while you're here. Because once that brain stops functioning, you're physically dead. You have laughed your last laugh in that physical body. I know I got a weird laugh, but I love to laugh, y'all. And I'm always smiling. What have you done lately to make yourself laugh? What have you done? Hell, go to a comedy show if nothing else. Watch a comedy movie if nothing else. See, all of that is up to you. Developing a sense, like I told you, almost every person I've dated, and I've dated my share and somebody else's too. Because I ain't gonna tell, I'm not ashamed of the fact that I was a player, but I wasn't a player. I was a player. I wasn't a player. No, I never was a player. I was a ladies' man. See, a ladies' man treats them with respect. I always respected ladies, always going to respect women. And I can still speak to every one of them with no animosity. I mean, we will have one or two that's going to be mean and nasty, but that's not going to affect me. I'm going to love you regardless. Whether you return or not, that ain't my bad. My blessing to me is that I love you. There are different types of love, y'all, but I love your memories. I love the memories you gave me. I love what I learned when I was with you. What I learned from you. I got one lady that I would love, that Lucille, to the end of time. Lucille taught me what it is to be loved by a woman. I was young. I was in my 20s. I was wild and out there in the streets doing my thing. And she loved me. And I realized after we weren't together no longer, how she loved me. And like I told her, baby, and I love you. And I always will. But I'm not ready yet for the type of relationship that you want. I'm not ready. If this had been 5 years into the future, we probably would end up together and married. But I'm not ready. I knew I wasn't ready. And it was obvious I wasn't ready. If you listen to your spirit, God will guide you right. Your spirit is never wrong, but you got to learn to listen. See, if you don't listen to your spirit, it's like a foreign language to you. God does have a sense of humor. And when you learn to laugh and smile at things like I do, all your memories are good. I really can't remember arguments I've had with none of my past women. I've had my share and somebody else's too. I told you my wife and I have been together now for 26. I'm sorry, baby. It'll be 30 years May 1st of 2022. And we've yet to have our first argument. And people think I'm crazy when I say that, think I'm lying. But I ain't got time to raise somebody else's grown child. Now we have plenty of discussions. I keep telling y'all that. The difference between an argument and discussion. An argument, you're trying to figure out who is right. But a discussion, you're trying to figure out what is right. And do you know how much peace my house is? The fact that we don't argue and she can kick my butt on the regular. I know I'm not the easiest. My new book, From the Mind of William, y'all, my new book will be out by this weekend. Well, next week, because I gotta order them. My book, From the Mind of William. It will be on my page on my website probably within the next couple of days. And you can order it there. mminstitute.info. mminstitute.info. You can go on there and order my book, my last book I wrote, Climbing Success Mountain. Let me tell y'all something. All y'all artists says, I got to go shopping and buy this person something and buy that person something. Do you know one of the best gifts you could ever give anyone is a book? I'm not saying it because I'm an author and I've written 3 books. But one of the best gifts you could ever give anyone is a book. For those you don't know what to buy for, buy them a book. Buy them a book. Go on my website, mminstitute.info, and buy my book, Climbing Success Mountain. And tomorrow you'll be able to order my book, From the Mind of William, which is the book I've just finished writing. Oh, that is a heavy book. You're gonna love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm going to read some of my book. I could read some of it tonight. No, I'll say that maybe the next week and read some of my book From the Mind of William. How about that? Do y'all want to hear some of my new book? I'll do that next week. From the Mind of William. Well, y'all, it's that time of the evening. I got 2 minutes. Anybody else want to say something before I hang up on these last 2 minutes? Because y'all know I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Good evening, Mr. Murray. I want to thank you for bringing your grandchildren. I'm glad that you shared the spotlight with them, and it was precious for me. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome, Maggie. Thank you. Now, y'all want to give me a blessing? Y'all want to give me a blessing for the holiday? Buy my book. Buy either one of my books. Go right online, Institute, and buy my books. Or you got a gift you want to give somebody, know what to get them? Give them my book. Climb Success Mountain or From the Mind of William. Yep, we all a winner. You know I love you and ain't nothing you can do about it. If you push me, I'll pull you. If you pull me, I'll push you. It's not going to matter when I'm pushing or pulling. Y'all come to my class January the 13th. Oh, Lord, have mercy, have mercy. I'll see y'all there. Those online, just go on mminstitute12.eventbrite.com and order your ticket. From the beginning idea to wealth. I'm going to make you a winner. I'm guarantee you to be a winner. Until next time, y'all, God bless. And keep working on your road to success. Until next time, y'all, God bless.